Okay, so most of these plants here in pots here are hostas. So this is a hosta that's only just starting to open up into leaf. We've got them in smaller pots with smaller leaves, slightly bigger pots, and we go all the way to some quite bigger leaves over here and leaves over here. We get all sorts of variegated colours of greens and whites and yellows in the hostas, and we grow them in pots because they're very, very open to slug attack. And as soon as they start to appear, the slugs and snails will start to eat them. So we found it was almost impossible to control them unless we grew the plants in pots. They die back at the end of the year and they come up again every year. You can increase how many hostas you've got just by taking them out of the pot during the winter time and literally cutting it in half and putting some back in the original pot and some in another pot. However, we still have issues with slugs and snails eating them. We garden organically, so we either come out in the evening with a torch and try to go through them all to look for any slugs and snails that might be eating the plants, but we also use a slug killer called nematodes. These are a small worm that predate on the slugs, only slugs, not snails, and they help reduce the amount of damage we get from slugs and snails. And so far, so good, but we have had a very dry April. But as time goes on, I will be out more often making sure there's no attacks on these beautiful variegated leaves. However, the plants do flower. Later on in the year, they will all produce flowers. They're not particularly dramatic flowers. However, they are liked a lot by the bees. So I'm quite happy about them for that.